Greetings, family. It's yours truly, Wakar Jamboa, once upon a time known as Alton D. Walden III. Yes, I'm on the verge of getting my name changed. I'm so excited. July the 14th is my court date, and I'm getting my name legally changed. It's uncontested. I have everything in order legally. I'm not running away from anything legally. I'm so excited about it. And I just want to address the statement that we hear a lot in our community as it relates to keeping it real. I hear this a lot. And being that, I'm in the entrepreneur arena, okay, I'm not a rapper, I'm not an athlete. My wife and I, we both are neither one of the above, not knocking those who do that to take care of themselves and their family. Okay, we build wealth according to business, okay? Our children can't inherit a job. Our children can't inherit, for instance, if I was a rapper and I didn't own the record label, I couldn't pass that on to my child. So ownership is where it's at because ownership enables us to pass down a wealth building, transferring tool to our family. Okay, so this is the reason why you see the lines through each one of these. I had a question by a good brother of mine, like, what does that mean? What does that stand for? Why is the lines through it? And basically that's what it is. My wife and I, we creating a shelter financially for our family via entrepreneurship. Okay, we're definitely not the first in our family. My wife isn't, I'm not, when we check our family history, we had entrepreneurs in our family. So we're just carrying on the torch. And with that being said, I'm in the financial industry. Okay. And there's a certain type of etiquette that you need to have when you are conducting business. Okay. There's a certain type of etiquette that a rapper has. A person who is in the beauty industry, okay, a barber, right? Okay, there's a certain type of attire that a nurse wears to a hospital. They wear scrubs, okay? I don't believe that you will find a politician, a judge, a lawyer, okay, going into work with scrubs on. Okay, that's not appropriate attire, right? Now, because one does not conduct his or herself in that fashion like they would when they're at home parlaying, okay, does that mean that they are not keeping it real? It's time for us to have this real life discussion. My queen is out there. Thank you, beautiful. She said, absolutely make sure you are an owner. That's right. So, let's address this very quickly. I won't be before you long. All right, we're going to deal with that. There's a time and a place for everything. Okay, I'm hearing some individuals getting advice about, well, talk when you're doing business like you're speaking to your friends. Okay, you have to be very careful about that. You have to expound on that. If you meaning be relaxed, okay, that's one thing. But okay, when we're having a discussion with our homeboy and with our homegirl, that is not the same etiquette that you will utilize if you are conducting a business meeting. Okay, you have to learn how to sever the two. Now let's condense this conversation. Let's capsulate this. All right, keeping it real. When you are your business self, let's be clear that is you keeping it real. Because you understand that there's a time and a place for everything. When I'm on camera, for those who listen to me and you go back and you watch some of my videos, okay, you'll notice the way that I conduct business professionally when I'm doing Sky Legacy Financial Services is not the same when I'm coming on doing a cultural program. My attire is different. The lingo I'm using is different. The jargon I'm using is totally different. Why? Because I'm conducting a cultural program. I'm not conducting business per se as it relates to my profession, right? I am having a family dialogue when I am discussing cultural family business. So with that being said, my mannerism, the way I speak, okay, will be totally different than when I'm on a business platform. That does not mean that I'm not keeping it real. This is something that we have to be able to decipher between the two, because some of us, we get a little bit extreme even with our cultural pride, okay? Because sometimes we can become extremists with that, and we'll find ourselves constantly trying to prove that we're black and we're proud in a setting that doesn't need to be addressed in that fashion. Okay. And so what will happen is you unfortunately will lose business opportunities because you've been brainwashed to think that I need to be in homeboy or homegirl mode while I'm conducting business. Okay. That's not the time to have golds in your mouth. Okay. When you're doing certain business, remember, you have to be able to decipher what setting that is in order for you to be able to conduct business that way. If you are a rapper, that's a totally different thing. I'm in the financial industry. You won't see me with golds on and a big gold chain, you understand, and then a t-shirt, you know what I'm saying, with sneakers and jeans conducting a financial seminar. No. Now, if I'm a rapper and I'm teaching individuals how to MC, you understand? Now I can have on t-shirt and jeans and sneakers because of the profession. It marries with the profession. So what we must understand is that being the professional you is still you. That's just another side of you. You understand? That does not mean that you're fronting. Okay, you're being the professional you. And when you're done with your business, and you get into your relaxed attire where you're dressed down and you're having a dialogue with your friends, your homeboy, your homegirl, or your family members, okay, outside of a business setting, that is not you being phony, that now you're utilizing ebonics. No, that's not being phony. You must understand that's the homeboy you, the homegirl you, and the family member you. But when you step into a business setting, that's the business you. It's still you. You just change the hats because of the situation. So I just wanted to address this very quickly because I pay attention to a lot of things that we say and do in our community, and I watch how a lot of people move. And some people, unfortunately, they miss out because they feel like they're selling out. Okay, because they're not talking or they're not dressing a certain way. Oh, I'm going to be black power. I'm going to wear my red, black, and green regardless. See what I'm saying? You have to shift your thinking. Okay, there's a time and a place for everything. Okay, when you go to a job and you're a policeman, they have a uniform. A fireman has a uniform. Okay, a doctor, a nurse has a uniform. If you're in the political arena, you're a governor, you're a commissioner, you're a mayor, okay, that there's a certain attire that you must wear because of the position that you are in. You will not see a king or a queen in Africa, okay, dressing a certain way. Why? Because they are what? Royalty. They are royalty. So because they are royalty, their garments and their conduct, their mannerism, their character must reflect their position. So let's get that out of our head. Let's get rid of that. Okay, let's get a better understanding what keeping it real is. Keeping it real is standing up for the truth. Okay? And being authentically you in the situations that present itself where you have to switch it on and switch it off, but you're still you. So don't let nobody fool you and make you think that you're not keeping it real because now you're speaking proper, okay, in a business setting, that's not faking, that's not fronting. Remember, that's the business you. And when you're around your homeboys and your homegirl, okay, that etiquette is appropriate, ebonics, because you're having a homeboy and a homegirl discussion outside of a professional setting. Okay, so let's be very clear about that. Let's understand what keeping it real really is. Okay, when you don't hide yourself, meaning that, okay, you won't refuse to take on an African name or a cultural name because you are afraid of what the European may say. That's totally different. Okay, now that's a problem because you're refusing to be yourself because you're afraid of what their conduct will be. So now you camouflage who you really are in order for you to fit in with them. Now that's when you're not keeping it real. That's when you're not keeping it real. Okay? All right? Now you're fronting. You understand what I'm saying? Me, myself, I'm changing my name legally on everything. You're going to see Bokhari Jambora on everything. I'm not concerned about when I call a client that's Caucasian, whether or not they're going to want to do business with me because my name is Bokhari Jambora, or do I have a citizenship in America. I'm not concerned about that. I'm not worried about that, not one bit. My name is going to be Bokhari Jambora. I'm African, and my name should reflect exactly who and what I am. Okay? I'm not going to refrain from changing my name from a European name, okay, so I could be accepted by a European. If they can't accept me for who and what I am, then that's their problem. I'm not putting a European face on our business just so they can accept who and what I am. No, see, now that's fronting now. Now, see, that's fronting. Now you're fronting. Now you're fronting. Now you're hiding who and what you are in fear of not getting certain business. Guess what? You don't need their business then. You hear me? I'm going to say it again. You don't need their business then. I'm talking about black folk included. Black folk included who sell out and who want to be, act like, talk like, dress like, think like somebody that they're not so they can just get business. Not over here. Okay, so with that being said, that's why you see Alton, as you know me now, you see Alton and Dana Walden on the business, on our photo, right on the picture on the page. No, we're black. This is a black owned and operated business. I'm not running from that. I'm not concerned about that. I don't need to do business with nobody who can't accept who and what I am, and that includes folk who look like me. And if they got a problem with me having an African name, and if they got a problem with the way I dress, then that's just their problem. You understand? Now that's when it's a problem, when you're shifting just so you can be accepted. That's not keeping it real. Let's be clear. Leaving on that note, have a blessed rest of your evening. Hopefully you have a blessed rest of your week. And also keep this in mind. Okay, look at the year of the 4th of July. That is not Independence Day for black people. I'm going to say it again. The 4th of July is not Independence Day for black people. It was European people fighting European people and fighting to get from under the reign of another European power. Check the record. Look at the year of when the 4th of July was cemented. Our people were still enslaved. So how is it independence? How are we free from anything during that time? Be cognizant of what you're celebrating. You understand? I'm not going to refrain from telling this so people won't get mad at me, so they won't think I'm patriotic. No, I'm patriotic about my people. I'm patriotic about who and what I am. I'm patriotic about freedom to be who and what I am and me standing up for what's right. And tomorrow is not Independence Day for black folk. I'm going to say it again. Tomorrow is not Independence Day for black folk. This is the reason why they don't want history to be taught. When you check history, you'll see it was for the European people to be free from the British. Independence Day was for European people to be free from British. So it was European people, white people fighting other white people so they could be free from each other. And black people were still working on the plantations being whipped. That don't sound like freedom to me. I'm not afraid to say that. And I'm not worried about being blocked. Oh, well, it's the truth. And if people want the truth so much, then they'll take heed and they'll listen and they'll do their research and they'll go find it out for themselves. Okay, we need to get our emotions and get out of our feelings. We have more pride in being European, okay, following after European things than when it comes to African stuff. So when Kwanzaa come, I want to see that same energy because that's African. That pertains to us. I'm going to say it again. I want to see more African people more proud to celebrate their festivities than these European festivities. Easter don't belong to us. Christmas don't belong to us. Kwanzaa do. Kwanzaa does on the 26th, and it wasn't created to replace Christmas, contrary to popular belief. And there is no satanic rituals that is involved with Kwanzaa, contrary to popular belief. It's a bunch of lies. Just like we always have lies thrown on African spirituality and African customs, just like they said we were cannibals and we was eating white people. Okay? It's going to get dealt with. I'm going to say it the way it is. Period. You understand? It's time for us to be set free. We've been following lies too long. You understand? And the only way we can get set free from it is not only knowing the truth, but applying the truth, contrary to popular belief. Not knowing the truth is not enough, because if you know something and you don't apply it, that can help you. You still going to be in a situation where you need help because you didn't apply what you needed to apply in order for you to get the assistance that you needed. So no, it's not enough for you to know the truth. No, you got to apply the truth and the truth will set you free. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge applied is power. Peace, love, power to all of the people. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you check us out on YouTube, EY Pele Movement. Check us out on Instagram, EY Pele Movement, where we focus on your mental, your spiritual, your physical, and your financial well-being. Peace, love, power to all the people.